Station, News Now Warsaw.
Let's go down courtside. Ron Henry has the microphone as elementary kids come streaming onto the floor.
Harrison Elementary School. Jefferson Elementary School. Leesburg Elementary School. Lincoln Elementary School. Madison Elementary School. And Washington Elementary School. At this time, then, we will recognize the two middle schools. First of all, Edgewood Middle School. And next, Lakeview Middle School.
It's elementary recognition night here at the Tiger Den. So, and also middle school recognition night tonight too.
Congratulations, guys, and remember, you're all future Warsaw Tigers.
They stretch from near baseline to far baseline in all kinds of colors, in gray and orange and black and white and light blue and red and green and black and navy blue and purple and gold. But as Ron Henry said, they are all Tigers. Warsaw wins the JV game 52-43. Final scoring for the Bulldogs: Lucas Underwood 12, Vince Conley 7, Jack Svetich 17, Jaden Schofield 1, Luke Stoddard 4, and Logan Skura 2. For the Tigers, who are now 2-2 in the season, Julian Saldivar 1, Luke Bricker 12, Grady Nolan 3, Andrew Potter 3, Austin Polk 4, Trey Davis 4, Drew Sullivan 2, Brant Martin 2, and Luke Yeager with a season-high 21 points again. He had 20 through the first 3 games. He had 21 here tonight. The final stats for the JV game: Warsaw shot 19 of 35 from the field, 54%, 5 of 10 from the arc, 9 of 16 at the free throw line. Crown Point 15 of 38 from the field, 39.5%, 6 of 15 for three-point range, 7 out of 10 at the free throw line. Warsaw won the rebounding battle 27-18, and each team had 12 turnovers. Again, the JV final, 52-43 is our score. We'll take this time out, get you to Fox News, and then you're going to hear from head coach Matt Moore, the Varsity Tigers, as they get ready to take on Crown Point. That's coming up next here on News Now Warsaw.
Of our hometowns is a family-owned business that served our community for over 50 years. You can see their unparalleled commitment and reliability in every school bus full of children, tractor working to put food on our tables, minivan carrying our most precious cargo, and in the hustle to keep the economy going during unprecedented times. As our region moves forward, Monteith Best One will take you there. Selling tires, serving people, Monteith Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Traveling, double dribble, personal foul, all bad things in basketball. Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin, and hair. All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help you eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
News, I'm Rich Dennison. President Biden today saying he doesn't believe inflation is on the rise because of government spending.
We have a supply chain problem that is really severe, and it's causing a significant increase in prices in things that, in fact, are hard to get access to. Because at the bottom of it all is COVID.
A new government report released earlier today shows inflation is rising at the fastest rate in nearly 4 decades. The White House says President Biden is concerned over today's Supreme Court ruling that allows a restrictive Texas abortion law to remain in place.
Given the consequences the law has for women in Texas and around the country, and for the rule of law.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. The High Court today did rule that opponents of the new law could move forward with federal lawsuits. America's listening to Fox News.
Our area lakes might be cold and ice could be forming, but now is the time to dream ahead to next year for a great time on the water with help from Splendor Boats. If this past summer you thought about taking your family's summer to the next level, make plans now to see the experts at Splendor. You can buy your pontoon, custom-built catamaran, or boat accessories at Warsaw's only marina on East Winona Avenue, or visit the original Splendor Boats location on State Road 15 in Silver Lake, and online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats thanks you for a great year and looks forward to serving you even better in the years ahead.
Your hometown independent insurance agency, W.R. Hall Insurance Group, is dedicated to protecting you from the risks of everyday life. You've gotten to know us over the last 100 years. We're your neighbors, people you've come to know and trust, and we've served generations of families, businesses, and farms around our county. From all of us to all of you, thank you for trusting us with your insurance needs. Here's to another 100 years of serving with trust, quality, and service. We are W.R. Hall Insurance Group.
Basketball is a game where your team could play man defense, zone defense, motion offense, press. You could focus on shooting threes or scoring in the post. Whatever strategy you use, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder for Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future.
Let Alder for Bergen be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder for Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderforbergen.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
Maybe it's the first time you remember piling in the whole family to go sledding. Maybe it's the first time you remember riding along with Dad as he plowed the driveways after a big snow. Maybe it's the memories of your Sunday best and priceless moments thinking about things learned, sitting quietly in the back seat as the world went by. No matter where you go or what you drive, build memories together this season. Happy holidays from all of us at R&B Car Company.
You're listening to Warsaw Tiger Basketball on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM. Tonight's varsity pregame show is brought to you by Arby's on State Road 15 North in Warsaw. Warsaw's only locally owned and operated Arby's restaurant. From the market fresh sandwich to the classic beef and cheddar, Arby's has you covered. Arby's on State Road 15 North in Warsaw, a proud supporter of the Warsaw Tigers.
Coach, to win a game the way you won it last Saturday and then to have what happened next, what a crazy, wild ride that was.
Hey, it's the ebbs and flows of being a student athlete, and it's nobody's fault. We love the fact that we get to celebrate the end of a game. The unfortunate part of that then becomes there's an injury at the conclusion. So you got to move on. The good thing is we got a week to prepare without Judah, and we close rank and see what we can do tonight.
So how bad is it, and when might we get him back?
I don't know. In terms of the severity, I think it's important that we give him time to get his mobility back in his hand so he can, clinch and all those things. So it's a day-by-day thing at this point. Definitely out this week, potentially out next week as well, and then we'll take a look at that point. But I feel good about the group we've got and the week of practice we had, and we'll see what we got.
Who fills his spot in the starting lineup, and more importantly, who fills his spot in this offensive unit?
Yeah, I think it's, it'll be a collective group. I think Theo Catchers will get the start defensively. Theo had a good week, and I think we're going to need his intensity tonight. But, I really think we got to do a better job of getting Jackson Gould and Drew Heckerman going. Russ is a guy that we need to get the basketball to for open shots. But Drew and Jackson right now are two guys that are trying to find their way, and sometimes they force their way. But we've spent some time this week really focusing on getting those two touches, and hopefully if they can do what they can, then that can maybe make up for the absence of Judah.
Crown Point is a really big team. They're as tall a team as you've played so far this season, and yet it's their guards that make it go.
Yeah, they're well coached. They're a region team, and that's why we play those games, and it's a chance for us that the last two games we've played two exceptionally good defensive teams, two different styles. But two very good defensive teams, and I think Crown Point's a team that's going to throw some different things at us. They're going to zone us probably a little bit. I do feel like we can play in transition with them. That's where I thought they were really good last year. I thought they excelled in the open court, and I think that's, I told our guys, we need to score points. I'm not trying to play in the 30s and the 40s. We got to get out. We got to get stops. We got to score points. We got to take good shots. And so, if we can do that defensively and play in transition with them, I think we got an opportunity tonight to put some points up.
But that starts with stops. So what are they going to show you on offense where you can get the ball back and run it up the court?
They're guard heavy. The 14 and 15, they're top two guards. They're going to take a majority of the lion's share of shots, and we got to do a good job of understanding they're going to get multiple sides of the floor. They're going to play with some motion. They got some ball screen action that they're pretty good at. So they'll give us quite a few looks. I think for us, it's just identifying where those two top scorers are and making sure that we're making things really difficult on them. I thought we've done a good job, though sometimes the outcome hasn't shown it, but we've done a good job of taking the best player on the other team and really making it difficult for them to get great looks.
From a rotation standpoint, circling back to the beginning of our conversation, who are you adding to the varsity, if anybody, and how does it change your rotations?
Well, I think everybody that has had a sniff at this point has earned that, so I don't think we change much per se, but we'll lean on some of those freshmen a little bit. Luke did a great job last week of coming in, and especially if they're going to play zone, we're probably going to go to him earlier. Carson Gould will get some minutes. I think Julian Saldivar may get a little bit more run. I thought he guarded well this week. Tyler Kuhn's going to have to step up, and Isaiah Courtois. And like I said, I think if the key guys do what they're supposed to do and those other guys come in and fill those roles, specifically defensively, I think that's where they can help us. Hit a shot here or there, get a bucket, get the free throw line, but defensively we got to have a big step up from that second group.
Okay, go get him.
Thank you.
That's Matt Moore of the Warsaw Tigers. We'll come back and further preview this game between Warsaw and Crown Point. It's next on News Now Warsaw.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw, and basketball is back. Who doesn't love the roar of the crowd when someone drills a three-pointer from beyond the arc? Kind of like, who doesn't love the roar of equipment when you start it up, knowing you're about to get something done? So get your somethings done with Bobcat equipment from us. Check out our lineup of Bobcat loaders, excavators, tractors, and mowers. Come see us south of Warsaw on State Road 15. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger basketball.
Booyah! At Male Fashions on Center Street in Warsaw, we know that if you look good, you'll feel good. And just like in basketball, a little bit of confidence can make a big difference. So come on in and gain the confidence you need to achieve your goals. Offering formal, business, and casual attire, along with cologne and accessories, we have just what you need to make you look and smell great. Male Fashions is a proud supporter of Tiger basketball, and we want to thank the community for supporting our local business.
Freshen up your home for the holidays with a visit to Reinhold's Town Square Furniture in Warsaw. Hi, this is Mike. Our expert staff will help you choose from sofas and love seats, sectionals, and lazy boy recliners. You'll also find dining sets and drop-leaf tables, perfect for holiday family meals and games. Get your furniture now without the wait at 118 West Main Street in Warsaw. Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, your friends in the furniture business.
Welcome to another exciting year of Tiger basketball. At Rock Hill Pinnock, we enjoy listening to a hard-fought game with excitement and uncertainty at the end. However, uncertainty is exactly the opposite of what you want from a law firm. You want attorneys who know the law, who know how to solve your problem, and can give you the certainty of sound legal advice. That's what we pride ourselves on here at Rock Hill Pinnock. I'm Jay Rigdon, and I'm inviting you to call us at 267-6116 for an appointment to discuss your legal needs. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Get the latest local news weekdays on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
When the Tigers make a free throw tonight, it scores a donation for the kids in Kosciuszko County. For every Tiger free throw this season, Oldiford Bergen & Company will donate $2 to the Kosciuszko County Riley Kids Fund through the Kosciuszko Community Foundation. Alan Oldiford and Mike Bergert started that fund to help parents in Kosciuszko County who take their children to Riley Hospital for children with expenses like gas, food, and lodging. Oldiford Bergen & Company, Financial Planning, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at oldifordbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Bobcat of Warsaw is proud to sponsor the 3 for 3 for the KC Riley Kids Fund. This year, when the Tiger varsity makes a three-pointer, Bobcat of Warsaw will donate $3 to the Kosciuszko County Riley Kids Fund. Bobcat of Warsaw is a dealer of the triple threat of products: Bobcat, X-Mark, and Cub Cadet. Bobcat of Warsaw, State Road 15 South, a proud supporter of Warsaw Tiger Sports on News Now Warsaw. The Tigers are 2-1 They're averaging 46 points a game while giving up 49. You know about what happened last Saturday night. Russ Winchester made an incredible catch, hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to beat Huntington North 35-32. And then in the celebration, Judah Simfukwe got his right pinky dislocated. It was in a cast until about the middle of the week. It's 2 to 4 weeks. Judah wants to play next weekend because the way his thinking is, well, that's 2 weeks. I don't know if the coaches are going to let him do that. We can't worry about that now. Crown Point is the deal. They're here, and this is a game right now. Without Judah for the full 32 minutes plus, what does that mean to this basketball team?
I mean, you lose what I consider maybe your most calm and consistent presence on the basketball floor. And so it's really hard to look down that bench and find somebody to plug into a varsity lineup that can bring that. And you can't fill those shoes. But what you can do, and I like what Coach Moore said, is you don't have to fill what he does offensively. How about you come in and play some defense? You know, can you come in and can you guard somebody? And Theo's going to get the opportunity to do that to start off. But if you're on that bench and you want to get, some playing time, guess what? It's wide open. If you can come in and stop somebody and just get into the other team's best player or anybody on their roster, you're going to have a good chance of getting up, picking up some minutes as Judah heals that finger.
Well, and so let's look at it from an offensive standpoint first. This puts a lot of pressure on Jackson Gould because this is a team that has struggled to score points outside of Gould and Simfukwe. Jackson feels a lot of pressure now, and that's not when he plays his best basketball.
No, and the nice part about it is, and if they can see through that, a lot of teams now, they don't have to worry about Judah being in the lineup. So where is their focus going to be? You're going to get chased around by 1-2 guys. There's going to be a lot of focus on you, that extra pass, that one more that you can get rid of if you're Jackson, to get them off your back a little bit, force them to guard your teammates. Because once they have to guard your teammates and you make them honest, that's when you're going to be open. And as long as you're not forcing, this team, you can still score points as long as you're unselfish with the ball, you make that one more pass, and as the Tigers are going to get that opportunity.
Well, one thing we can say about Theo Catras replacing Simfukwe in the starting lineup, this team got a lot tougher. Holy cow. Both Catrases in there at the same time. This defensively will be a get-after-you kind of groove.
Defensively, you're not losing anything because both Catrases are going to play you with their nose in your chest and get after you. I kind of feel bad for the guys that are going to set the screen for the opponents because Catrases, I don't know what somebody did to them, but they hate you setting a screen on them. They're going to run through you. They're going to try to get, they're not going to go around you. They're going to go through you to get to their man. So they have to be cognizant of not getting in foul trouble that way, but you have to love when you put your man-to-man defense on the other team, you've got two just dynamite stoppers there on the defensive end.
And the guy who had the big weekend last weekend, who looked the best, was Russ Winchester, and it was fitting that he got the game-winning shot at the end of Saturday's game, finished with 16 points. They're going to need him to score more than just 3 or 4 points. He's going to have to be up near 10.
Yeah, and we've already come accustomed to the fact that he's going to be the emotional leader. He's going to give maximum effort at all times. But the one thing I liked about that final shot is the fact that when he turned to shoot it, he pump faked. And the defense ran past him initially, so he was able to get an open look at the basket. And we talked about Luke Yeager in the JV game and being patient. If Russ can be patient and not rush anything, when he gets the basketball, he can score points for this team. And like you said, they're definitely going to need him. But the defense, they've got to be looking at getting under 50. Whoever they play, they got to keep them under 50 if they want to have a chance to compete in some of these games.
Clint Swan's Crown Point Bulldogs are 3-1. Their only loss came last Saturday to Penn. They're still pretty disappointed and bummed about that and hoping for another shot at them somewhere down the road. 52-48 was the final there. Crown Point averages 51. They're giving up 40. They shoot 42% from the field. They've hit 24 three-pointers in 4 games, shooting 31% from the arc. In their most recent game against East Chicago Central on Tuesday, they were 7 out of 13 and 22 out of 25 at the free throw line. As a team, they're shooting 75%, and I don't think any team in the state shooting better than that.
No, they shot it. They did an excellent job in the first half against Penn inside their 2-3 zone defensively, but also the perimeter shooting. A.J. Lux is an outstanding shooter. He's a good leader of the floor. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Clint Swan, attacks the Warsaw Tigers because their 2-3 zone was very, very good against Penn. And then in the second half, they went man-to-man, and Marcus Burton went off, and that's why they ended up losing that game. So we'll see what he decides to do here tonight against the Tigers.
Their 2 leaders, Drew Adzia, a 5'9 senior, 16 points a game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He had 23 against East Chicago Central Tuesday. He was 10 of 10 at the line. And A.J. Lux, whose dad TJ was the coach at Maryville, now on the staff here at Crown Point. He averages 14 points and 5 rebounds a game. He had 15 points in the win on Tuesday. Those are the guys to watch. What are your keys to the game?
My keys are be patient offensively. If they come into that 2-3 zone, you don't have to settle for 22-foot jump shots. You might not be as big as what you once were inside, but you can still get the ball inside and make them pay there. And then if you're Warsaw, just effort. You lost the leader, one of the leaders of your team. Who's going to step up and who's going to make plays in terms of 50-50 balls, in terms of offensive rebounds, keeping them off the boards? It's just, I'm excited to see what this team looks like coming out here because we know what we've got when Judah comes back. What are we going to have when he's not here?
Warsaw and Crown Point about to do battle here in the Tiger Den. We're back to the lineups. Anthem and tip-off next on News Now Warsaw.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, I reckon any state, and need the best rate, take the next step, call records and net, go with the guys who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call records and net, they'll come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call records and net.
Lake City Restoration on Argonne Road in Warsaw is there when you need them most. Call 574-385-9111. Whether it's damage from a fire, flood, mold, storm, or biohazard, Lake City Restoration is the solution for your emergency service needs. Call 574-385-9111. That's 385-9111. Online at lcrestore.com or simply Google Lake City Restoration.
When my team goes to work for you, we are original. Professionals with modern, unparalleled marketing and unwavering standards and passion. To us, it's more than just selling someone a house. We move people's lives forward and guide them to a home. Handling the real estate task flawlessly is one thing, but our expertise in people and results is what clients respect about us. I believe that is what makes us successful. I'm Brian Peterson of the Brian Peterson Real Estate Group of Warsaw. You can reach us at brianpetersongroup.com.
It's game time for the tip-off. Here's Roger Grossman and Jared Shaw.
Warsaw Tiger basketball is on the air tonight from the Tiger Den. It's the 7th meeting between Crown Point and Warsaw. The Tigers trailed the series 4-2. Warsaw won the first one. That was back in the 2016 regional championship game at Michigan City. We'll never forget that because the whole fourth quarter of the semifinals, Crown Point is chanting, "We want Warsaw, we want Warsaw." Well, they got Paul Marinette and Kyle Mangus and Warsaw that night, and they regretted it. 46-33 was the final. The only other time Warsaw won was 2 years ago here in the Tiger Den, 50-35. And I remember Luka Adamek had a very big game that night. The two coaches, Clint Swan at Crown Point, 16 years with the Bulldogs, 209 and 138, 25 years overall, 347 and 210. For Warsaw, Matt Moore in his second year at Warsaw with a record of 17 and 8, and in 8 years covering Kokomo and Fishers, he has a record of 106 and 66. If you missed the JV game, you missed a really good game. Warsaw 54, Crown Point 43. Luke Yeager, 21 points, which eclipsed his total through 3 games total. Up to that point, he had 20 through 3 games. Luke Brecker with 4 more three-pointers. He finished with 12. Let's go courtside to the public address announcer here in the Tiger Den. That is Ron Henry for tonight's preliminaries.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening and welcome to the Tiger Den, home of the Fighting Tigers. Tonight, the Tigers are hosting the Crown Point Bulldogs. And here are the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First of all, for Crown Point. Starting at guard, number 12, Carter Delich. At guard, number 14, Drew Adzia. At guard, number 15, A.J. Lux. At forward, number 23, Connor Cotton. And at center, number 31, Keaton Book. The Bulldogs are coached by Clint Swan, assisted by T.J. Lutz and Jack Argenta. And now for the Tigers. Starting at guard, a 6'3" junior, number 2, Jackson Gould. Starting at guard, a 6' junior, number 10, Theo Catras. Starting at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 11, Nick Catras. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 21, Drew Heckerman. And starting at wing, a 6'4" junior, number 32, Russ Winchester. The Tigers are coached by Matt Moore, assisted by David Wayne and Ryan Bricker. Special assistant to the head coach is Hal Gunner, and the volunteer assistant coach is Jack Sumter. The officials for tonight's game, Jack Barron, Tom Hins, and Joe Rondo.
That's a really interesting crew of officials. Led by Jack Barron, he's got the ball, he's going to throw it up in between Drew Heckerman and Keaton Book, and up she goes, and we are underway here in the Tiger Den. Crown Point wins the tip. They're coming to the near end in road red uniforms with white numbers and white trim. Warsaw on the home white uniforms with the orange numbers and black trim. Warsaw man-to-man as always. Connor Cotton down to the baseline for Lux. L-U-X, Lux. Now Adzia to the far side for Delich. Swing it back to the near side, Adzia. Now back to the top for Book. Spelled B-U-U-C-K. Three-pointer out top, Delich. No good. Winchester had the rebound, lost it. Scrambling for it, still fighting for it. Whistle. Held ball. Nope, we're going to have a foul call. Jack Barron's got a foul on a Tiger. I think Winchester kind of grabbed somebody around the waist. Don't think that's an unwarranted call. They'll be out of bounds to the Bulldogs.
That is a bear hug. Winchester gets to the ground, and he's going after the ball, but unfortunately he's got both arms that are going in the same direction, and it was wrapped around Crown Point.
Adji to throw it in, slips it inside to Cotton, but he couldn't shoot it. Good defense there by the Tigers. Now Adzia. They'll swing around to Lux, now to Delich. Between the circles for Book. They whip a pass inside, shot up and good off the glass. Good cut by Delich. He puts it in off the glass. 2-0 in favor of Crown Point. We played almost a minute before Warsaw finally gets their hand on it. Gould way out on the left. Goes to the baseline side. Pull up 15-footer, no good. Back tap to the corner and grabbed by Crown Point. Connor Cotton with it for the Bulldogs. In transition, near side Delich. Delich dribbles in against Heckman, throws it back out for Lux. Now the right side for Cotton. To the center circle for Adzia. Now around to the near side line for Lux, then back out top. Let's swing it around to the right for Delich. Down to the baseline. Backing down Lux against Theo Catras, falling and firing and missing, and Theo grabs the rebound. Good defense there by Catras to hold his ground. Theo across the line to Gould, then back to Catras, then back to Gould. Now top Winchester. Left side to Jackson. We played almost 2 minutes. Crown Point leads 2-0. Warsaw won the JV game by 11. Gould to the left. Looking inside, nothing there, on to Heckman. Heckman right side for Theo Catras. Now to Nick on the right wing. Out top Winchester. Makes a ball fake, then throws it back to Nick Catras. Nick lost it, picked it back up, hands off to Heckman. Heckman on the drive, takes it to the left elbow, then backs down to the block, and a whistle and an offensive foul is going to be called on Drew Heckman. It was a late whistle, looked like a pretty good call. Drew's not happy about it, and Drew got a technical foul for it too. Or did somebody else get a technical for it? Heckman's going to get the original foul, let's see. And then we have a technical foul afterwards. And then a technical foul after that. I thought that was that on Drew or was that on Jackson?
It was on Jackson.
So Gould's going to get a technical foul. And by the way, he was wrong. I thought it was a pretty good call. Free throw up and in by Adzia. So that gives Gould not only a technical but a personal foul. So that's his first. And that's not a good start for the Tigers. And Saldivar's going to come into the game. Adzia makes both free throws, and that makes him 17 out of 18 at the free throw line this season. And Gould's coming to the bench. And he might be there for a while.
Well, we said in the second game of the season that he probably should have gotten one then. And right now, you don't mess with this crew. Joe Rondo's not going to mess around with you. And he came and challenged him right away.
Three-pointer out to the right, no good by Lux. Rebound to Theo Catras for the Tigers. Julian Saldivar, Coach Moore said he'd get into the game. He's in there now, replacing Gould. Now where are the points going to come from with Gould on the bench? Nick Catras, Winchester with a great head fake. A drive down the lane, all the way in for two. Winchester makes it 4-2 Crown Point, almost 3 minutes into the first quarter. Adzia in a hurry. Now down court, off to the right for Delich. Between the circles for Book. Swing it around to the near wing for Cotton, out top the Lux. Now back to Book, pass down to the baseline, Cotton, backs his way in on Heckman, shoots a block by Heckman, and he got it back, and then Winchester reached in there and took it away. Outlets far side, Saldivar. Julian to Winchester in transition, right side for Theo Catras. Theo hands back to Heckman, back to Theo, back to Heckman between the circles. Wants a screen right, gets it, into the corner for Theo. Now back out to Winchester. Out of the left side for Nick Catras. He'll drive the baseline, got cut off. Saldivar, the elbow for Winchester. He lost the handle, he's fouled. And that'll be a foul against Crown Point. I think Delich is going to get it, and it's his first. And to go back to a point that you made, this is not a crew that's going to mess around. Joe Rondo is not an angry guy. For him to give a technical 2 minutes into a game, you had to earn it. Winchester off a screen for three. He hits. Winchester with back-to-back baskets, one of them from long range, and Warsaw takes the lead 5-4.
Confidence is a great thing, and right now Russ Winchester playing with a whole lot of confidence.
Lux outside the lane, kicks it back to Adzia. They'll swing it around and down to the near corner for Book. Book between the circles for Lux. Whips a pass backdoor. It rolls down the front of Book, but he's able to control it. Now they swing it to Adzia. He bobbled it, got it to Lux. Now to Book. They swing to the far corner. Adjia, contested three, no good. Rebound grabbed and put up and in by Book. A mistimed jump hurt the Tigers there. Crown Point back in front, 6-5.
And right there, one of the few times that Russ doesn't do an excellent job of blocking out. He just turns to get the rebound because there was nobody around him, but there was a guy rushing, and he didn't go get him.
Winchester down inside. Heckman fights his way in the lane, put it up, in traffic, no good. Tipped and tipped again. Heckman puts up, no good. Heckman had it tipped out of his hands and taken away by Adjia. Adjia running in for the left. Now peels out to the left wing, and he's chased there by Nick Catras. Dribbles the corner, Catras all over it. Book outside the elbow. Throws it out top for Lux. AJ backs it down. Into the corner, Book fakes and throws it back out. 3:15 left in the quarter, 6-5 Crown Point. Lux as Clint Swan calling out a new play. They're going to kind of clear out the top here a little bit. Here comes a high screen. Adjia off to the right side. Goes it back across the near side to Lux. Lux back across for Cotton. Cotton above the three-point line. Book left side for Lux. Lux out at the top for Delich. Right side for Book. 2:44 left to go in the quarter. Crown Point with the ball in a 1-point lead. Bad pass. Thrown away. Book couldn't handle it. Taken away by Saldivar for the Tigers. In transition, Heckman. Right side for Theo Catras. Out top to Heckman. Heckman back to Theo. And they'll walk it out. Matt Moore whistles to get his team's attention to call a new play. Saldivar out top Winchester. A catch and shoot three. Heavy. Rebound grab by Adjia for Crown Point. 2:18 left in the quarter. Crown Point with the ball leading by 1. Adjia in the corner, Lux. He's going to shoot a three-pointer. He missed it. Tipped by Winchester. Loose on the floor. And we're going to have a held ball. And the air belongs to Warsaw. And we'll get 2 new faces for the Tigers as Jackson Gould will check back in. Tyler Kuhn and Isaiah Courtois into the game for the Tigers. Winchester, Heckman, and Theo Catras will take his seat with 2:06 left in the quarter. Crown Point up by 1.
The big difference right there with Russ's shot comparable to the three-pointer that he made was he was fading. When he shot it, he was fading away from the basket. When Russ has his feet underneath him and he jumps up and down in the same spot, he's going to have a good chance of knocking down those shots. But once he starts fading away, makes the difficulty level of that shot go up.
Nick Catras against a 2-3 zone that's extended. Courtois. And his pass is tipped, and Kuhn is wisely going to let that bounce out of bounds. Warsaw played in foul line extended on the near sideline at the far end of the Tiger Den.
And I love Courtois right there. He goes to Jackson and says, hey, stop in the dead spot because that's a pass Courtois will make. He will find you if you're open. And right there he said, hey, you were going to be there.
And they throw it to Courtois, who whips it inside to Gould, who put it up and missed it, but a foul called. This couldn't work out better for the Tigers because Courtois at the foul line against the zone defense is a very clever passer.
It's like Tom Brady against a high school team and picking apart his own defense. Like when he catches the ball, his eyes don't go up to the basket like many people. He tries to find a guy that's going to be open in about a second and a half and then get the ball there. I love how he reads defenses as a passer.
Delich picks up his second. Gould rattles the free throw around, and finally it goes down the well. Jackson with his first point. Delich will come out. Lou Mariko checks in. That's not a big deal for them because Mariko started the first 4 games of the season, and Clint Swan just wanted to try something different tonight. Second one up and good.
They're not going to hesitate on bringing guys in because they're a well-coached team, and whether you're a JV basketball player, varsity basketball player, and when you come up to the varsity level, you should be expecting to contribute.
Full court pressure on by the Tigers. Still in the backcourt. Finally across the line goes Elliott Swan, the coach's son. He'll hand off on the far sideline to Mariko. Ball lost in the backcourt. Gould got a hand on it, so there's no backcourt violation. Adjia, who is very quick. His first dribble to the basket is explosive. Adjia near side Swan. Swan holding head high against Kuhn to the foul line for Cotton. Cotton hands back to Adjia, looking for space. Couldn't pull the trigger. Swan now back out for Mariko. He finds room. He shoots for 3 and hits. That's just his second in 5 games, but it puts Crown Point ahead 9-7 with a minute to go in the quarter.
And here comes Crown Point's 2-3 zone, and let's see what the Tigers can do. I think they were in the last possession as well.
Courtois at the foul line. In the corner, Kuhn wide open three-pointer. Going to the foul! Kuhn hits a three-pointer and got buried. And he's given Warsaw the lead and a chance for a 4-point play.
And we just talked about Courtois' ability to catch the basketball at the free throw line and find the guy that's open. Right there, Tyler Kuhn has time to fire and then gets ran over on top of that. Just a great pass and a great finish by Kuhn, and we talked about guys stepping up. So far, I think Coach Moore's got to be happy with the guys that have come into the game and given them minutes.
Thrilled to death. Kuhn shoots the free throw up and in. Kuhn hadn't scored all season. He got 4 on one play. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Warsaw leading 11-9. We've already had 5 lead changes. Mariko spins around, bounces out to Swan, now to Lux. Now Mariko between the circles. And will swing to the near side for Adzia. Swan, right side Lux, with Nick Catras draped all over him. Swan down to the baseline, Cotton against Courtois. Trying to work his way into the lane, throws it back out. Now between the circles, Mariko to Lux with 15 seconds. Back across to Cotton. Back out top, Adzia with 10 seconds. Now 9. Now to the center circle, Mariko with 6, with 5. He'll dribble left. He'll step back. A 3 over Gould is no good. And the rebound's grabbed by the Tigers as the buzzer sounds. After 1 very entertaining quarter of play, Warsaw 11, Crown Point 9. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Experience and knowledge lead to success. Metzger Property Services has been delivering successful auctions for decades. Metzger is making it easier than ever to bid online by simply going to bidmetzger.com. See dozens of current and upcoming farm, residential, personal property, farm equipment, gun, and antique auctions, both on-site and online only. Thousands of items are on sale and listed now, so why wait? Remember, it's now bidmetzger.com. That's bidmetzger.com. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon generation after generation.
Hey, it's your friend, your realtor, Phil Kuhn with RE/MAX Results.
And I'm Senior Loan Officer, Crystal Wilson with Aspen Mortgage.
Just like in basketball, a good game plan is crucial when buying and selling a home.
And without the right team putting together that game plan, you could find yourself walking away with a loss.
Whether you're buying, selling, or need to do both, we'll lead you through every step of the process,
making it easy to get that win.
Visit philkuhn.com to start putting together your real estate dream team today.
Let's go Tigers!
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 DJ 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Jared Shaw has the numbers after 1. 11-9, Warsaw with the lead.
Sorry about that. Crown Point is 3 of 10 from the field, 30%. Warsaw has forced them into 3 turnovers. Warsaw playing varsity level defense, and they are working extremely hard on the defensive end.
And it's Bulldog ball to start quarter number 2. Book out top against Winchester. Both teams made changes during the quarter break. They lobbed down inside. Book got free. Oh, he missed it. Rebound loose. A scramble for it. Kuhn tipped it, I think. And Tom Hins and Joe Rondo are going to talk about it, and it's going to be out of bounds to Crown Point. I think that's the right call.
There were 2 Warsaw Tigers. I think it bounced off both their heads and then went out of bounds. So it was tough to see, I think, from both their angles, but they got it right.
Crown Point plays it in for Bright in front of the Warsaw substitutes. Now Adzia, near side for Mariko. He's trapped, got it out of there. Adzia, right corner, 3 on the way by Lux. It's good. AJ with his 13th three-pointer of this season. Crown Point back in front, 12-11. Kuhn, right side against the zone. Hands back to Gould. 40 seconds gone, second quarter. Crown Point leads by 1. Kuhn. Above the right elbow, Heckman. In the corner to Gould. Skip pass to Kuhn. Open. Into the corner, Winchester. Now Winchester will ball fake and throw it across to Gould, right corner. Gould up the baseline, under the basket. Shot at lefty, no good. Rebound, Gould in the lane. Put it back up short. Tipped by Gould. Gould grabs it and lost it. And it's taken away by Swan for Crown Point. In transition, Swan. Right side, three-pointer Lux is good again. Back-to-back threes by A.J. Lux. 15-11, Crown Point with the lead.
And there's where Warsaw's communication in transition. You've got to be able to sprint back and find your man. That way that doesn't happen.
Diocatris above the foul line. Gould, touch pass underneath to Heckman, who put it up and in. Again, they're a zone defense. They got the ball right in the middle of it, and that will break it down almost every time. 15-13, Crown Point. They've got the ball. A minute and a half gone here in the second. Lux out top for Book, near side to Swan. Swan against Kuhn. And he'll put it on the floor once and throw it to Adzia. Almost swing it all the way around to Book. Out to Lux against Diocatris. Round to the near side for Mariko. Out to the top for Swan. far side of the center circle. Lux, ball knocked away by Theocatris, and Lux goes back to get it. Walks above the foul line, shoots a runner, missed it wide. Rebound to Winchester. 80-foot pass down the court. It's tipped and taken away. He was triple covered. There wasn't much chance of getting that one through. The best case scenario would have been tipped out of bounds, but Crown Point was able to save it in. Lux across the line off a high screen. Heavy screen by Book. Drive down the lane, shot up, no good, foul call. Kuhn fouls. Free throws coming up here for A.J. Lux, who averages just under 14 points a game. He'll shoot for points 7 and 8 here.
Crown Point got away with one there. That was a clear illegal screen, leg outside of the shoulders, and it turns out to Lux going to the free throw line on a foul down here, but you don't want to give up a layup, but it would have been nice to get that call out there at the top.
And Matt Moore reminded Joe Rondo about that very thing. Free throw by Lux is no good.
I mean, you look at the way Warsaw's playing defense just individually and collectively. They lost in transition that one time, but you've got to be happy with the way they've been able to settle in and force Crown Point to really work the basketball in their half court.
Lux makes the second. He's got 7 points all this quarter, 16-13. Bulldogs with a lead, 5:37 left to play before halftime. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming up then. Crown Point pressing. Warsaw breaks it. Winchester jumps a pass. It goes through Heckerman and comes all the way out to Kuhn. Now to Gould from NBA range. No good. A rebound grab by Crown Point. Mariko has it for the Bulldogs. Racing up the far side of center. Into the corner. Lux. A turnaround three-pointer is in and out. And the rebound to Gould. And he takes off running. Jackson up the near sideline. Angles into the arc. Beats Adzi to the basket and puts it in. Jackson with his first field goal. He's got 4. Warsaw within 1 at the 5-minute mark of the second. Gould gets a full head of steam. He's as quick to the basket as anybody.
He's got great change of pace right there. He kind of slowed down a little bit to get his defender to slow down and then got past him.
Book out top. New kid in there. That's Matt Zdanowicz, a 6'3 senior. Adzi out top, a three-pointer. That's good. And a timeout will be taken by Crown Point. It's a 30 with 4:43 left to play in the first half. Crown Point 19, Warsaw 15. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Whether your business is on the farm or in town, Crossroads Bank wants to help you succeed. That's why they offer competitive rates and friendly service for business loans. Let them help you reach your goals. They have locations in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, and Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank.
The Cubs, the Colts, and the Warsaw Tigers are all part of the team on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Next Friday night, Douglas T. Ogle night here at the Tiger Den. We'll have a special ceremony to honor our former coach who spent over 3 decades coaching Warsaw Tiger basketball at the JV and varsity levels. We'll be on the air with the JV game starting at 6:10 on News Now Warsaw. Carson Gould is into the game for Warsaw. Out there with Nick Catras, Jackson Gould, Drew Heckerman, and Wes Winchester. And it's a half-court defense here by Crown Point. Heckerman up and under move to the basket for 2. They're exposing the basket area, and Warsaw is getting there.
And they're doing a great job of catching in the middle and reading the defense before putting the ball down, and that allowed Drew to be open once he made that up and under.
Lux between the circles. Right off his high screen, takes it down the left wing against Gould. Back out top, Mariko wide open, and he missed a three-pointer. Back tapped out, no foul called. Could have been over and back. Matt Moore can't believe it. Crown Point gets a reload. Only swing out top to Adzia. Right sideline for the Bulldogs, right in front of the Warsaw bench for Mariko. Now to Adzia, left wing. Out top to Mariko. 3:50 left to play in the half. Crown Point 19, Warsaw 17. Hand back to Lux. He's guarded by Gould. High pick and roll. Adzia for a three-pointer. Good. Adzia for the pick and roll for 3, and it's 22-15. Crown Point now by 5.
Well, and after he screens, he's taking 2 steps behind the line. You can tell how many times he practiced that shot over the summer because that's a smooth-looking jumper.
Heckerman in from the right, in the corner. A 3 on the way by Catras, and it's good. Nick Catras with his second three-pointer of the season. That's a big hit for him, 22-20. Crown Point by 2, 3:15 left in the half. Mariko out to Book, now to Lux. Lux left off a high screen, whips a pass inside, and he threw it right to Carson Gould. Ahead to Jackson Gould, takes it to the rack and puts it up and in. Gould to tie the game at 22.
They've done a lot of that at the house where they're just giving it up to each other. I just don't know if Jackson allows Carson to shoot as much. But right there, Jackson takes it strong to the hole, and that's what the Tigers need. Get the ball to the basket and just keep competing.
Now Warsaw comes with the trap. Mariko trapped along the sideline. Slipped it out of there. Adzia got free. Dumps it underneath the Book, who fakes and scores. Keaton Book with his second field goal. He's got 4, and it's 24-22. Bulldogs by 2 with 2:30 left to play here in the first half. The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show is coming up. Right sideline for Jackson Gould. His pass hit Winchester in the chest, taken away by Lux. Lux drives in, runs into Carson Gould. Shot it, missed it. Heckman the rebound for the Tigers. Outlet to midcourt, Jackson Gould. In for the right, cross-court pass. High cow, good catch. Nick Catras for 3, book it. Back-to-back threes by Nick Catras, and the Tigers have taken the lead. Timeout, Crown Point. Timeout Warsaw. Timeout Tigers with 2:05 left to play in the half. Warsaw 25-24 leaders back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Find your new ride at Lakeside. New trucks are finally arriving. Now's the time to trade up, or now's the time to build your dream car. Lakeside has build slots open and ready to be filled. Get your vehicle directly from the factory and just how you want it. Stop in today and have the personal sales team help you walk through the build process. Plus, don't forget Lakeside Chevrolet in Warsaw and Huntington is the only dealer to offer warranty forever on every vehicle under 100,000 miles. Lakeside Chevrolet in Warsaw and Huntington and at LakesideChevy.com.
The Warsaw Tigers play here on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Roger Grossman, Jared Shaw with Steve Scott back at the station. Warsaw 25-24 leaders over Crown Point as we approach and pass. 2 minutes left to play in the first half.
It's not going to show in the stat sheet, but Carson Gould set up to take a charge and forced that missed layup by Crown Point, which ended in that transition basket.
And Warsaw setting up a half-court trap. Lux, he threw it right through the hands of Book. It's saved in, and Warsaw's got a 5-on-4 at the Harry. Heckman drives it right down the lane, kicks it out. Winchester in the corner, drives it to foul line. Back to Heckman, he'll shoot a 15-footer who shot it short. Winchester saves it in, it stays in bounds. Heckman dives for it, and we're going to have a foul called against Crown Point. Book's going to get a foul for the same thing Winchester did earlier as he wrapped the Winchester around the neck. It'll be a non-shooting foul and out of bounds to Warsaw with 1:34 left to play in the half. And guys from Warsaw are really getting after it.
Yeah, you love the effort. You also like the consistency right there. Jack Barron has the opportunity to call a jump ball. The exact same play happened earlier in the game, and he makes the same call both times.
Inbounds, Gould, right baseline, a floating 8-footer is good. Jackson's got 8. Warsaw leads 27-24 with 85 seconds left to play in our first half. Near sideline, Mariko. Out at the top, Lux, around to the right. And back out at the top, Mariko. Now to Lux. Lux wants a screen. New guy in there, that's Mike Drohosky. They slip it inside to him. Shot blocked. Heckman swats it out of bounds. He got all of that one.
He gets off the floor so quick. When he goes up to elevate, to block a shot, or to dunk, the time it takes him to get his knees bent and off the floor, that's a tough shot to get off when Drew's coming at you like that.
Adzia to throw it in right down here below us. The thing about Drew when he jumps, he doesn't have to recoil, right? He doesn't have to squat to get up quickly. Adzia off a screen, trapped in the corner, got out of it. Oh, now they leave him alone, and he shoots a 3, and he hit it. Warsaw had him right where they wanted him, and Adzia then backed up, and so did the defense. And we're tied at 27, playing the final 50 seconds of the first half.
If there's one person on Crown Point you don't want to leave, it's Adzia, and especially right now as he's starting to pick up steam and get hot.
Warsaw spreads the floor. Tigers have the possession arrow in a tie game with 40 seconds left to play before halftime. Nick Catras, Carson Gould, now to Jackson Gould right in front of Clint Swan and the scores table. Gould beats his man. A floating 8-footer again is good. Gould in double figures with 10. 29-27, the ball's out of bounds. Heckman touched it last. It belongs to Crown Point with 24.6 left. Theo Catras in, Carson Gould out for defense.
I love that drive by Jackson because when he got to the basket area, he slowed his body down when he elevated for the shot. We've seen him kind of speed up a little bit when he got pressured underneath there. Right, that wasn't the case right there.
20 seconds left to play in the half. Adzia against Nick Catras. Catras takes a swipe at it, doesn't get it. Mariko gets sent through, 10 seconds. off a high screen, and a whistle and an illegal screen call. Drahosky finally got caught. He's done it 3 or 4 times, so has Book. This time, both officials put air in the whistle, and with 8.4 left, check this out. Warsaw gets a basket, they have the possession, and they have the possession arrow. This could be a big moment in the game. Nick Catras to throw it in. Gould with him in the backcourt. And Jackson's got it. 7 seconds. 6. He'll take it down left to the key. Now cross to the right. Leans in. Shoots. Missed it. Tip. No. Heckman back up. No. It wouldn't go over the rim at the buzzer. Halftime. Warsaw 29. Crown Point 27. First half scoring comes your way after this 2-minute timeout on News Now Warsaw.
Monty's Best One, their experts know how to take care of bald tires. Now through December 31st, get $50 back by mail on a Visa prepaid card when you spend $250 at any of the 13 Monty's Best One locations using your new or existing Best One credit card. You'll also receive an additional $50 in Best One bucks to use on a future purchase at any Monty's location in Elkhart, Marshall, and Kosciuszko County. Plus, visit their newest location in Napanee. Subject to credit approval, visit MontyTire.com for details.
Traveling, double dribble, personal foul, all bad things in basketball. Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin, and hair, all bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
The countdown to Christmas is on. This year, remember to shop a store with a door and support the local businesses that are here in downtown Warsaw serving you. Take a stroll down Center in Buffalo and check out some of the boutiques like Elysian and Merle Norman. Then head over to Male Fashions and pick up some shirts for the guys. Don't forget the stocking stuffers from the Jerky Shop and stay warm with a hot cup of Java from the Latte Lounge. Supported by Kathy Hammond, Remax Realtor, Nathan Underneath at Moving Pictures Tattoo Cinema. Shop local this holiday season as the countdown to Christmas is on in downtown Warsaw.
Our area lakes might be cold and ice could be forming, but now is the time to dream ahead to next year for a great time on the water with help from Splendor Boats. If this past summer you thought about taking your family's summer to the next level, make plans now to see the experts at Splendor. You can buy your pontoon, custom-built catamaran, or boat accessories at Warsaw's only marina on East Winona Avenue, or visit the original Splendor Boats location on State Road 15 in Silver Lake, and online at SplendorBoatsWarsaw.com. Splendor Boats thanks you for a great year and looks forward to serving you even better in the years ahead.
Tiger Talk, driven by R&B Car Company. Saturday at 9 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, online at newsnowwarsaw.com, and at the News Now Warsaw app.
The Warsaw cheerleaders are being honored here at halftime. We're watching on the video screens their video from their recent competition. They're down on the floor. They're looking, I thought they were looking at us, but they're watching the video screen right here in front of us. Warsaw 29-27 leaders over Crown Point at halftime. The halftime show is brought to you by Lakeside Chevrolet, Kosciuszko County's hometown dealer. Lakeside's the only new or used dealer in Warsaw to offer warranty forever, so find your new ride at Lakeside. First half scoring for the Bulldogs, Carter Delich 2, but he picked up 2 early fouls. A.J. Lux 7 on the second quarter. Lou Marico 3, Keaton Book 4. Drew Adzy's the leader. He had 11, 9 of those in the second quarter. For Warsaw, Jackson Gould is the leader with 10, Nick Catras 6, Drew Heckerman 4, Tyler Kuhn 4 on a 4-point play, and Russ Winchester a 2 and 3 in the first quarter for 5. It was 11-9 Warsaw at the end of one. Both teams scored 18 points in the second quarter to give us our 29-27 score. We were tied at 6, 22, and 17, and we had 6 lead changes. Warsaw won the JV game 52-43. Luke Yeager with a season-high 21 points and 4 rebounds. Luke Bricker 12 points on 4 3-pointers. It was a good night in the JV game to be a Luke. 29-27, Warsaw with the lead. The first half stats are next on News Now Warsaw.
Hometown independent insurance agency W.R. Hall Insurance Group is dedicated to protecting you from the risks of everyday life. You've gotten to know us over the last 100 years. We're your neighbors, people you've come to know and trust, and we've served generations of families, businesses, and farms around our county. From all of us to all of you, thank you for trusting us with your insurance needs. Here's to another 100 years of serving with trust, quality, and service. We are W.R. Hall Insurance Group.
Basketball is a game where your team could play man defense, zone defense, motion offense, press. You could focus on shooting threes or scoring in the post. Whatever strategy you use, in order to win the game, your team needs a head coach with an effective game plan. We at Alder for Bergen can help you develop and implement a financial game plan for your family's future.
Let Alder for Bergen be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder for Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderforbergen.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
Maybe it's the first time you remember piling in the whole family to go sledding. Maybe it's the first time you remember riding along with Dad as he plowed the driveways after a big snow. Maybe it's the memories of your Sunday best and priceless moments thinking about things learned, sitting quietly in the back seat as the world went by. No matter where you go or what you drive, build memories together this season. Happy holidays from all of us at R&B Car Company.
Hey, it's Andrew from Bobcat of Warsaw, and basketball is back. Who doesn't love the roar of the crowd when someone drills a three-pointer from beyond the arc? Kind of like, who doesn't love the roar of equipment when you start it up, knowing you're about to get something done? So get your somethings done with Bobcat equipment from us. Check out our lineup of Bobcat loaders, excavators, tractors, and mowers. Come see us south of Warsaw on State Road 15. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Warsaw Tiger basketball. Booyah!
Give us 15 minutes, we'll give you the world. This is News Now Warsaw.
The Lakeside Chevrolet halftime show continues with the first half stats brought to you by Alder for Bergen & Company. Let them be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alder for Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street of Warsaw, and online at alderforbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Go ahead, Jared.
For Crown Point, they finished 9 of 22 from the field for 40%. They were 6 of 13 from behind the three-point line, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Crown Point had 11 total rebounds and 6 turnovers. For Warsaw, they finished 11 of 22 from the field for 50%. They were 4 of 6 behind the three-point line, 3 of 3 at the free throw line. Warsaw had 13 total rebounds and 4 turnovers. Points off turnovers, Crown Point has 4, Warsaw has 7. Second chance points, Crown Point has 5, Warsaw has 2. Points per possession, Crown Point played to a 1.03 while Warsaw played to a 1.38. And points off the bench, points off the bench, Crown Point had 3, Warsaw had 4.
Warsaw with the lead here at halftime, 29-27, and that's going back. That's better than any of the 8 quarters they played last weekend.
Yeah, and the execution, you only turn the ball over 4 times against a Crown Point defense that's very active. Even in their zone, they're long and active. And I think if you're Coach Moore, you didn't know what to expect a lot when you put guys on the floor. But I think you got to be happy with everybody that stepped up for the Tigers tonight.
Those are the halftime stats brought to you by Alder for Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at alderforbergen.com. We'll come back. It'll be Tiger ball to start the third quarter with Warsaw leading 29-27. Back after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
At Male Fashions on Center Street in Warsaw, we know that if you look good, you'll feel good. And just like in basketball, a little bit of confidence can make a big difference. So come on in and gain the confidence you need to achieve your goals. Offering formal, business, and casual attire, along with cologne and accessories, we have just what you need to make you look and smell great. Male Fashions is a proud supporter of Tiger basketball, and we want to thank the community for supporting our local business.
Freshen up your home for the holidays with a visit to Reinhold's Town Square Furniture in Warsaw. Hi, this is Mike. Our expert staff will help you choose from sofas and love seats, sectionals, and lazy boy recliners. You'll also find dining sets and drop-leaf tables, perfect for holiday family meals and games. Get your furniture now without the wait at 118 West Main Street in Warsaw. Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, your friends in the furniture business.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. In basketball, as in life, preparation is key. That's why those of us at Rock Hill Pinnock work so hard. We put in the long hours necessary to help you win your case. We develop our skills through legal education, mediation training, and using the latest technology to fight for you. Our attorneys use their decades of experience to make sure that we're prepared to give you the best outcome possible. If you'd like to talk to us about your legal needs, call 267-6116 for an appointment. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, car stalls won't start, oh what you gonna do, oh what you gonna do, call the boys in blue, I reckon any state, and be the best race, take the next step, call records and net, go with the guy who got the best tools, if you get in a wreck, they'll come and get you, bad wreck, oh what you gonna do, call records and net, to come get you.
Remember, when you get in a wreck,
call records and net.
Now, back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Halftime show, as always, presented by Lakeside Chevrolet. They're Kosciuszko County's hometown dealer and the only new or used dealer in Warsaw to offer warranty forever. So find your new ride at Lakeside. We start the third. Warsaw in possession of the basketball, working to the near end. It's Jackson Gould out there with Heckerman, the Catras brothers, and Winchester. Warsaw 29-22 leaders. We'll always see we'll be here next Friday for conference play. We'll have JV coverage starting at 6:10, and there'll be a special ceremony to honor Doug Ogle for that varsity game. And then the girls play tomorrow night. They're at Plymouth after a tough loss at Carroll on Wednesday. Coverage begins at 7:10 here on News Now Warsaw. Nick Catras to Gould. Now back out to Nick. Nick out the right elbow. Heckman at space, shoots and misses. Got his own rebound, put it back up, foul call. Nobody blocked him out, and he just ran right to the ball, Jared.
Well, and nowadays, a lot of players, when they take that jump shot, they're not coming to the basket. And right there, Drew sees that it's going to be off. He sprints to the opposite side where the ball is going to come about 60% of the time, and he's rewarded with 2 free throws. That's great effort by Drew Heckerman.
Some changes, though, for Crown Point. Swan gets that foul. That's his first. Heckerman missed the free throw. Drew has made 5 out of 7 with that miss. He's got one more chance to put the Tigers up by 3. Heckerman, a 6'3" junior. Second one up, and second one is in. Heckerman has 5 points. Warsaw 30, Crown Point 27. So it's Adzia, Swan, Cotton, Lux, and Delich, who should be fresh because he picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter and had to sit. Lux back to Adzia, left side Delich. He drives to the lane against Catras, kicks it back. Adzia for a falling 3, no good. Winchester up high, had the rebound knocked out of his hands, taken for the Tigers by Nick Catras. Now Theo down inside. It hit a couple of hands, and they were 2 Crown Point hands. Warsaw maintains possession. JV game went to Warsaw 52-43. Luke Yeager with a season-high 21 points. Heckerman out top off the inbounds. Surrounded by red jerseys, hands back to Nick Catras, who's more the ball handler compared to Theo. Now Theo's got it. His pass is taken away. He tried to pass it to Winchester on the wing, and Swan poked it away from behind. And now here's Adzi in the backcourt one-on-one against Gould. On the left side for Delich. I'll swing it around to Lux, right side for Adzia. He throws it to Cotton outside the block. Winchester bumps him out of there. Lux around to Adzia. He's against Gould. Bounces out top to Cotton. Given space, he won't shoot it from there. Now they reverse it to Delich. Swan. They swing it to the left side for Lux. Down to the baseline for Delich. Skip pass across Cotton. This one he will shoot, and he hits. Connor Cotton with his first 3-pointer of the year and his first basket of this game, and he's tied us for the 4th time. It's 30-30.
Russ just a little bit late getting out there, but I think if you're going to defer, you'd rather have Cotton shooting than Azia.
Out top, Nick Catras, a 3-pointer. That's short. Heckerman, oh no, I'm sorry. It's Theo Catras, saves it. He ends up 4 rows back, and a whistle and a blocking foul called against Jackson Gould. That will be his second, and he'll be out of bounds to Crown Point in the backcourt. And we see the influence of Bart Curtis on the basketball team, because Theo Catras walked the ball over and handed it to the official, just like Bart Curtis tells his football players to do.
Well, and not only that, by the way, the Pittsburgh Steelers wish that their wide receivers would hand the ball to the officials as well. But
oh my goodness.
He took a great pursuit angle on that play because he went 3 rows across the bleachers to get back into it.
Delich, left wing against Heckman. Crown Point looking for the lead 2 minutes into the third. Walks off a screen, a high arching 3, no good. Luke Bricker checked into the game during that stoppage, and the rebound to Swan over top of Bricker. Adzia at the foul line. Cotton faces up against Winchester. Winchester knocked it free. Cotton got it back. Drives in the lane. Throws it out to Delich. He thought about the three, didn't take it. Swan swings around to Adzia. Got around Gould. Drives in. Throws up a wild shot. It wouldn't go, but a foul is called against the Tigers. This will be a foul on Bricker, and that'll be his first. Second team foul gets Warsaw in the half. 5:22 left to go. Crown Point looking for their first lead since early in the second quarter. Good game here on a Friday night in the Tiger Den. We are glad you are with us, however you were taking the game in. Adzia shoots for the lead, and he got it.
Well, also kind of off topic, I just want to say the cheer block tonight is packed.
Yes.
It's full, and it's great to see the students out on a Friday night to support the basketball team.
It's pajama night. Don't worry, it's all okay. Second one's up and in.
Well, I was going to say Julius Jones walking around here in a Tiger outfit. I'm like, that's not a mascot. That's what he's wearing to bed in the evenings.
It probably is.
Like what?
It probably is. Wouldn't surprise me. 32-30. Crown Point back to the lead as we play here with 5:15 left to play in the third. Bricker left corner makes a ball fake, drives in, picks up his dribble. He needs help. He finds Catras. Right back to Bricker there, trapped in the corner, and a whistle and timeout called by Warsaw. Nick Catras and Bricker were in jail, couldn't get out, and with 5:02 left to play, Matt Moore calls for time. 32-30. Let's keep it here. Warsaw down by 2 with the basketball.
Crown Point went to a 3-2 zone now instead, almost like a 1-2-2, but they kind of line up straight across like Warsaw saw at Semi-State when we went down to Lafayette. And this defense is awfully hard to play against if you don't establish your territory, but the back line where there's only 2 guys is where it's weak. So look for Warsaw. They do have a 1-2-2 zone offensive set in here. Watch Luke Bricker being the hero shooter and get into the corner for a skip pass and a 3.
So it'll be out of bounds. The Tigers down here below us. 32-30 Crown Point. 5:02 left to play here in the third quarter. And it'll be Heckman to throw it in, literally right down below our broadcast location. And Heckman's looking, and he lobs it over the head. We're going to have a foul call. Delich walked up underneath Jackson Gould, and is going to get his third foul. And with 5:02 left to play in the third, that'll even up the team fouls here in the second half at 2 apiece. And it's Heckman to throw it in again, this time closer to the lane. He'll lob it out to Gould on the wing against Delich. Trying to shake him free and could not. He'll one-hand it out to Bricker. Bricker pressured by Swan, picks up his dribble, throws it to the center circle for Gould. We played 3 minutes and 5 seconds of the third. Warsaw trails 32-30. Gould, a runner in the lane, good. He's made that his home, that little 8-footer, 32-30, all tied up again.
Very controlled jump stop into a shot, slowing down in the paint.
Adzia for 3 at the other end, no good. Winchester couldn't reel in the rebound, but it's out of bounds off of Crown Point. It's going to belong to Warsaw. Boy, how did that not go in? Right height, looked like the right distance. It hit the lip of the rim, then the back of the rim as Adzia looked at it and just wouldn't go down.
Adzia is one of the scrappier point guards that we've seen. He runs from side to side. He plays great defense. The people in the Duneland, the coaches in the Duneland probably aren't real thrilled to game plan against somebody like that because he does play extremely hard.
Bricker to Heckman, back to Luke, then back to Heckman, top of the circle. Right corner Winchester. Back to Heckman, getting closer, makes a move in, put it off, and put it in, and a whistle, and a foul. Heckman to the rack, he's got 7 and 1. Cotton with the foul, his first. Clint Swan says, I'm not complaining about that foul, but we're getting fouled at the other end too.
Oh, and they might be, but right there, Drew Heckman draws that contact because of a great play. They get the ball to the dead spot. They shuffle the pass up to Drew, but he doesn't go up with it right away. He makes sure that the defense is elevated and coming at him before he attacks the basket.
Heckman shoots and missed it. Rebound tipped by Gould. Gould dives for it. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be touched by Warsaw. It'll belong to Crown Point.
What effort by Jackson Gould. He gets completely on the floor vertical, diving after that, and gives Warsaw the opportunity. They don't get the ball back, but he definitely made the effort. I think that technical foul spurred something in Jackson, because he has played with reckless abandon when he needs to, but he's also played under control by the basket area, like when he needs to.
Focused.
Yeah, very focused.
It focused him.
It reminds me of what I saw this summer when him and Marcus Burton were playing together for Indiana Elite. When games were getting tight, those two were just, they were ultra focused, and they got the job done more times than not.
And Warsaw pressing. We haven't seen that a lot this year. And we're going to have a whistle, and they wiped up the floor. And Joe Rondo found another spot that's wet, and now he's going to get down on his hands and knees and wipe it up himself. And the students will applaud him for that.
A couple weeks ago, we had the floor was wet at a game I was working in Plymouth, and they threw me the candy stripe warm-ups to wipe it up with. I go, there's got to be something other than the candy stripes. We can't do this with the candy stripes.
That's like, I don't know what that's like. That's like sacred material. So Swan will throw it in, gets it into Adzia. Warsaw 34, Crown Point 32. And across the line, Mariko. Top of the circle, out to Lux, who's been pretty quiet since halftime. He shoots a long three and hits. Me and my big mouth. Lux with his third three-pointer. Crown Point back in front, 35-34. We've already had 9 lead changes and 5 ties. Halfway through this third quarter. Winchester up the left side, throws it back to Bricker. Bricker out near midcourt, got it across the top to Heckerman. Heckerman dribbles down to the wing. Now Warsaw slips it out to Gould. Gould with a head fake and a drive. Off balance shot, no good. Tip back up, Gould, no good. Gould got it back and put it up. And in! A foul! Jackson Gould relentless to the basket. And a chance for a three-point play.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 2 is here. This is the best performance we've seen from him this year. Right there, he gets 3 different attempts at the basket just by his sheer effort and determination. Finally gets that one to fall while being fouled. And this is the Jackson Gould we expected to see at the beginning. And he's tried, but maybe now he's starting to settle into that position.
Saldivar into the game for Winchester, which is like the smallest guy on the team for the biggest guy on the team. Bricker also came out, and Theo Catras is in. Gould for the three-point play. He missed the free throw. Rebound to Crown Point. 36-35, Tigers. 3:22 left to play here in the third. Lux is trapped, got it to Mariko. He'll drive in the lane, didn't shoot it. He had a path to the basket and wasn't interested. Lux from 25, good. He's a full step back from the three-point arc, the NBA arc. Crown Point back in front. Our 11th lead change. 38-36 Bulldogs, 3 minutes to go third quarter. Pass deflected, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Lux. He tried to convince Tom Inns that it should go the other way, and he was not convincing. Saldivar into the backcourt. Nick Catras right back to Julian. Julian bounces to Gould at the elbow. They give him space. He shoots. He missed it. Back tap to the corner. Grab by Gould. Gould will dribble into the corner. Saldivar slips it inside to Catras. Back to Gould. A hop, skip, and a jump. He drives. Had it knocked away. It's loose. It's on the floor. And we're going to have a whistle and a held ball. In the air belongs to the Bulldogs. And 4 guys, 2 from each team, will peel themselves apart and pick themselves up.
That was Theo Catras doing Theo Catras things where nobody was around Crown Point on that rebound. He sprints in, pokes the ball away, and gives them an opportunity. It turns out to be a jump ball, but Warsaw now gets the arrow back at least just by his effort and hustle.
And we got another wet spot. While they attend to that, we'll remind you that the girls are in action tomorrow night at Plymouth. Michaela Shalliol, the former Michaela Box, who played at Bremen and then went to Grace College and was a very good player for them. The head coach of Plymouth in just her second year out of college, and they're doing very well. They're 7-2 and threatening the Noble Lakes Conference hierarchy, which includes Warsaw. And so we'll have coverage starting at 7:10 on News Now Warsaw. Adzia, cross-court pass Swan, open three, good. The Bulldogs have come out hitting three-pointers here in the third quarter. They have 4 of them. And Crown Point leads 41-36 with 2:10 left to play in the third quarter. Saldivar out top for Catras. Nick to the right. Now to Theo. Gould makes a head fake, drives in, lost the ball, got it back, put it up, and in. Jackson Gould with 16 points. Warsaw within 3 with 1:50 left to play in our third quarter. Lou Mariko up the near side, angles to the middle through the center circle. Now out to Adzia. Warsaw got to tighten up here on defense. The Bulldogs getting good looks from three-point range, and they are making them. Now Cotton between the circles. Right side, Adzia. High pick and roll, not much of a pick. Lux drives it hard from left to right. Fakes again. Throws it back out for Mariko. Mariko finds space, drives in, blocked from behind. Oh, a whistle and a foul called. Not a bad foul call at all. Thought it was a pretty good call myself. The foul is on Theo Catras, his first.
Well, it was clean up top. I mean, he was definitely clean up top, but then his body did push him. And Jack Barron does a really good job officiating. And he's a former Plymouth guy. He officiates with a smile on his face, but every time I see him work games, I have to say he does a very good job.
Free throw by Cotton is up and in. 4 for Connor Cotton. And it's 42-38 Crown Point. Theo Catras out of the game for the Tigers. And Winchester back in as Cotton gets the ball and shoots the second of 2. Trying to put his team back up by 5, and he did. And into the game comes Matt Zdanovich. 6'3" senior, played briefly in the first half. 3-pointers from Crown Point to a 5-point lead. 1:20 left to play third quarter. Heckman, far sideline in front of the Warsaw bench to Saldivar. Saldivar skip pass to an open Gould for a 3-pointer. It's good. 19 for Jackson Gould, 9 this quarter. 43-41, 1:01 left to go in our third stanza.
And even on that shot, that pass takes forever to get to you, and Jackson just kept his feet set, in motion, with patience, goes up with a good balanced jumper.
Lutz against Gould out near the center line. Ball tipped, but it got to Book. Book down to the right for Adzia. Off a screen. High pick and roll. Ran into Winchester. Whips a pass inside. Book is open. He's shot off the bottom of the rim. No good. Rebound to Gould. 3-on-2. Cross-court pass. Heckman. Hard to the rack. No good. Oh, and the rebound to Crown Point. And a foul called on the Bulldogs. It could have been a foul on Heckman's drive to the basket. None called. And then a foul on the rebound going the other way. The foul is on Heckman. That's his second. What a moment that could have been. That could have been a tying moment. And it turns out now that Crown Point's got the ball with 35 seconds left.
Great bounce pass from elbow to block by Jackson Gould and Drew. We've seen him already make a couple of those this game where he accepts contact. He's almost too strong on balance there and doesn't show the official how much contact was there because there was enough for a foul call.
Mariko underneath the basket to Adzia against full court pressure by the Tigers. Nick Catras back there with him. Adzia up the far sideline, Mariko. Mariko down in deep. Lutz turnarounds, fires, and rolls it around and out. Winchester the rebound for Warsaw. 18 seconds left to play in the half. Warsaw now with a chance for 2 for 1 here, down by 2. 13 seconds left. Gould across the line in the center circle. Lobs far side, Saldivar back to Gould, 8 seconds. Now 7. Double team is coming. Gould lost the ball, a whistle, and a foul is going to be called. A foul called against Crown Point. And out of bounds with 3.3 left. And who's going to take it out? Saldivar will. Baseline right at the near end. No one's guarding the inbound. Now Mariko turns around. They get it to Gould. He'll spin, fake, lean in. Foul called with 0.4 of a second to go. And Jackson Gould will shoot 2 for the Tigers. And Clint Swan and everybody in the Crown Point bench can't believe they called that a foul. And I believe that's Lutz. Yep, AJ with his first. And Warsaw with a chance to basically end the quarter with 2 free throws and tie the game, then get the ball to start the fourth. Lutz with his first. Gould up there looking for point number 20. It's up. It's no good. Jackson's got the yips at the free throw line. Came into the game 6 out of 10, and he's 2 out of 4 in this one. He'll get one more chance. Again, there's 0.4 of a second left here in the third. Gould shoots, and he got that one. 20 for Jackson, 0.4 left. They get into the Adzia, and that'll do it for the third. With the score, Crown Point 43, Warsaw 42. We start the fourth in 60 on News Now Warsaw.
Lake City Restoration on Argonne Road in Warsaw is there when you need them most. Call 574-385-9111. Whether it's damage from a fire, flood, mold, storm, or biohazard, Lake City Restoration is the solution for your emergency service needs. Call 574-385-9111. That's 385-9111. Online at lcrestore.com or simply Google Lake City Restoration.
When my team goes to work for you, we are original. Professionals with modern, unparalleled marketing and unwavering standards and passion. To us, it's more than just selling someone a house. We move people's lives forward and guide them to a home. Handling the real estate task flawlessly is one thing, but our expertise in people and results is what clients respect about us. I believe that is what makes us successful. I'm Brian Peterson of the Brian Peterson Real Estate Group of Warsaw. You can reach us at brianpetersongroup.com.
This is Warsaw's news and information station, News Now Warsaw.
We know they're listening in South Carolina. Hello, Elliots. We hope you're doing well and staying safe. We know that they're listening and watching around town. We know they're watching in Bloomington and West Lafayette. And we know that Janet Price is listening, and we wish her the very best of evenings. You can start pacing now, Janet. It's okay. Warsaw trails Crown Point 43-42 after 3.
Warsaw from the field, 16 of 33 for 48%, but only 5 of 9 at the free throw line. And conversely, Crown Point, 7 of 8 from the free throw line and 10 of 20 from behind the three-point line.
Nick Catras out top. Warsaw spreads the floor. Jackson Gould, right wing, down to the corner for Nick Catras. At the foul line, Winchester, touch pass, tipped and taken away. Winchester, without looking, had his pass stolen. Quickly down court, Watts ran into Gould, blocking foul call on Jackson Gould, and he'll be out of bounds to Crown Point. Gould now has 3 fouls.
I think if you're Jackson, you have to try that. He did almost get in position, but I think the official was right there, and that was a pretty good call because Jackson's second foot didn't get planted in time when the contact happened.
Now the technical back at the beginning of the game looks pretty big because now he has 3. And we have more wetness down at the far end of the court. The boys have a double weekend next weekend. Friday, they are here against Wawasee. Saturday at Grace against Fort Wayne North. Our coverage on Friday is at 6:10. Saturday, there's only varsity action, so we'll have a longer pregame show, and that will start at about 7 o'clock, and we're expecting the varsity game to start somewhere around 7:45. So now Jack Barron will do some cleanup work. His mama Betsy would be very proud of his cleanliness. 43-42, Crown Point by 1. The Tigers this season, through the first 3 games, have trailed after 3 quarters in 2 of the 3, now 3 of the 4. Will they be able to sort out a victory here? Play ready to resume. Adzi to throw it in baseline. Tipped in. Oh, what a pass. Locks on the tip in off the inbounds from Adzia. 45-42. Bulldogs by 3, half a minute into the 4th. Theo Catras, foul line Winchester. Winchester makes a fake, and then he threw it away again. He just threw it right to Swan. Long pass down court, Locks gathers up. A 3-pointer, no good. Weak side rebound. Winchester jumps in the air to save it in. Theo Catras ahead to Gould. Gould lost it going through. A whistle and a foul call. Mariko, I think. Yes. Lou with his first. And that's 17 fouls on the Bulldogs.
A lot of these passes that the Tigers are throwing against the zone, they're just throwing it straight from the chest in a straight line. And what I tell kids is you have to have a good imagination in practice because the defense might not be there. So you've got to make sure that you think that they are.
Gould hits the first one.
Because that's going to force you to pump fake and go low, or pump fake low and go high. But if you don't have a good imagination during practice and go through the motions, you're going to start getting into habits of just throwing those straight chest passes.
Theo Catras out, Tyler Kuhn in at 7:09 of the 4th. Warsaw within 2, Gould can get them within 1. That one's up, it's good too. 22 for Jackson, 5 out of 7 at the line. 45-44, almost a minute into our 4th quarter. Al Lux almost stepped into the backcourt as he got bumped by Gould. Now takes it all the way from left side to right. Picked up his dribble against Catras. He's got a problem. He barely got the ball off. Swan out at the top, pressured by Winchester. Now throws it across to Mariko, now to Adzia left wing. Right in front of his bench to Swan. Around to Mariko into the corner to Lux. He's pressured there by Catras. Nick right up in his shirt. Let's swing it back around to Mariko. Out top for Adzia. Now to the right side into the corner for Lux. Lux back out top and then swing it back around to Swan on the left wing. Now Gould trying to keep them from getting the ball back to Lux. Mariko on the drive to the foul line, kicks it off. Mariko thought about the three and then didn't take it. Adzia kicks it out for Lux. He'll drive the baseline. A falling 18-footer, short. Rebound tipped in the lane. Loose, grabbed by Swan. Throws it back out, then they get a reload with 6:08 to go. Crown Point 45, Warsaw 44. Now Lux surveys the scene, one-on-one. Gathers for a 25-footer and hits it. He got Winchester backing up just a little bit and then stepped right into a 25-footer to make it 48-44 Crown Point. Nick Catras, Gould near sidelines. Back out to Nick. Now he'll dribble into a double team. Picks up his dribble. They dare him to shoot. He does. He missed it. And the rebound's grabbed by Mariko. So Warsaw blinks again, and here come the Bulldogs up by 4. Lux. Now Heckerman will pick him up. Off a high screen. Not open. Right side Mariko. Now to Adzia. Adzia takes it to the top. Off to the right side. A 30-footer. No, not this time. Rebound tipped out. Foul called. This is going to be a foul called against the Bulldogs. And Warsaw breathes a big sigh of relief because Lux backed way up for that one.
They were very fortunate because Lux didn't even set a ball screen. 2 Tigers go with the ball handler. There was enough space in there to get a pass and a jump shot, but instead of Lux standing on the three-point line, he did take a couple steps back to receive the basketball and then missed that three. But very fortunate Warsaw with poor communication on that play. And Coach Moore, he's been on them about their communication. That's the exact reason in the fourth quarter that you need to be able to communicate.
Winchester shooting and hitting. Russ had 5 quick points in the first quarter. He has 6. 48-45. And now Winchester shoots for his 7th point. And he got them both. Big fella's got a really nice touch. 48-46, 5:15 left. Adzia one-on-one against Nick Catras. Across the line, Catras took a swipe at it. Off a high screen. Adzia around another screen. Now backs it away from Jackson Gould. Gould was waiting after the second one. Adzia puts on the floor to Mariko, back across to Swan, who kept that one in bounds. That one was headed for the sideline. Adzia, a jab fake, runs into Gould, got around him. Hop, skip, and a jump, lost the ball. Winchester took it away. Outlets to Jackson Gould. Gould 4-on-3, runs it down the lane, leans in, and scores. 24 for Jackson Gould. Timeout Tigers. 4:41 left to play. It is 48-48. And we're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Metzger Property Services has been delivering successful auctions for decades. Metzger is making it easier than ever to bid online by simply going to bidmetzger.com. See dozens of current and upcoming farm, residential, personal property, farm equipment, gun, and antique auctions, both on-site and online only. Thousands of items are on sale and listed now, so why wait? Remember, it's now bidmetzger.com. That's bidmetzger.com. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon generation after generation.
Hey, it's your friend, your realtor, Phil Kuhn with RE/MAX Results.
And I'm Senior Loan Officer, Crystal Wilson with Aspen Mortgage.
Just like in basketball, a good game plan is crucial when buying and selling a home.
And without the right team putting together that game plan, you could find yourself walking away with a loss.
Whether you're buying, selling, or need to do both, we'll lead you through every step of the process,
making it easy to get that win.
Visit philkuhn.com to start putting together your real estate dream team today.
Let's go Tigers!
News Now Warsaw, WRSW 1480 AM and W259 DJ 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Roger Grossman, Jared Shaw back here at the Tiger Den. What a final 4:41 we have lined up for you. Warsaw has scored the last 5 and has tied the game 48-48. Gould now with 24 points. If you're thinking about it, it's 32. Jackson had 32 in the sectional loss at Elkhart to Elkhart last March. And now Adzia has it for the Bulldogs. He'll back his way against Catras to the line and across. And a foul called on Nick. Nick with his first. That'll be 6 against Warsaw in the half. And out of bounds on the side to Crown Point, right where Clint Swan is currently standing.
just watching the last 3 possessions, when Nick Catras guards you, you were in for a long night. He got away with some contact on the first 2 there. He gets called for a foul, but he doesn't back down from you at all.
He's like a NASCAR at a short track. Bump, 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 all the way up the home stretch. Mariko got around Heckerman, stops in the lane, bounces it all the way back out to the center circle to Adzia. Now it's to to Lux. Lux shoots a 3 over Winchester and hits again. That time Russ did everything but block it. 51-48 Crown Point, 4 minutes left to go.
On that one, you just have to tip your hat because Russ did a good job of closing out.
Gould a 3 to answer. Good. 27 for Jackson. What a game we have. Our 7th tie. Adzia down the lane against Catras. Backs it all the way outside the arc. Then goes again. Then stops again and throws it back out. What a contest. Lutz fakes the shot in the corner. Mariko for 3. That's good. Mariko gives Crown Point the lead back. 54-51. 3:20 left to play. Gould trapped at midcourt. Got around it. Now he'll stop in the right wing. In the corner for Kuhn. Foul line Winchester. Shoots from there and hits. Winchester with 9. 54-53. Crown Point still up by 1. 3 minutes left to go here in the Tiger Den.
I mean, the weather outside feels like March. This has the intensity of a March sectional basketball game, or a regional. Let me say regional basketball game.
Adzia out top against Catras. Backed him in. Almost fell down with it. Now to Mariko as they spread the floor. Make the Tigers chase a little bit. Lux right in front of his bench, bringing it up from the baseline all the way out to midcourt. Trying to beat Gould off the dribble. Stop and go move to the baseline. Under the basket. Flipped it off. Missed it! Rebound to Gould. He did the hard part. He got to the basket, but couldn't finish. And now Warsaw with a chance for the lead. 2.5 minutes left to go. Gould, skip past near corner Nick Catras. Back out to the center line to Gould, and Gould to take a big deep breath. Swan comes close. Now to Kuhn. Kuhn against Lux. Lux now to the right side, Nick Catras. In the corner, Jackson Gould falling away 3. Good! Gould with 30! And the Tigers have the lead, 56-54. 2 minutes left to go. Mariko a 25-footer at the other end. It's good! Timeout! Crown Point. What a game! 2:01 left to play. 4th quarter. Crown Point 57, Warsaw 56. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
As your local bank, Crossroads Bank looks forward to helping you through the many stages of life, from your first checking account to your retirement account. They've helped generations of families buy their first home, finance their vehicles, and plan for the future. Let them put their experience to work for you and your family. They have offices in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, and Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank.
Find your new ride at Lakeside. New trucks are finally arriving. Now is the time to trade up, or now is the time to build your dream car. Lakeside has build slots open and ready to be filled. Get your vehicle directly from the factory and just how you want it. Stop in today and have the personal sales team help you walk through the build process. Plus, don't forget Lakeside Chevrolet in Warsaw and Huntington is the only dealer to offer warranty forever on every vehicle under 100,000 miles. Lakeside Chevrolet in Warsaw and Huntington and at lakesidechevy.com.
Get the latest local news weekdays on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Like two heavyweight fighters trading punch for punch. Crown Point gets 2 3-pointers here late from Lou Mariko. They lead 57-56, 2:01 to play.
What a basketball game. If you chose not to show up tonight, you made a mistake. This has been an excellent.
Now Nick Catras takes it in the lane, lobs it out to Gould, who's working on a 30-point night. And he'll need more than that if Warsaw's going to win. He drives it down the lane. A floater, no good. Winchester, no good. Back tap by Gould, but right to Swan. Ball knocked away, and we have a whistle, and we have a foul called, and I think they're going to Winchester for a foul. Russ is going to get a foul out of this. It'll be his second. It'll be the team's 7th, and the Bulldogs shoot free throws 1-1 with 1:40 left to go. Heckerman into the game for the Tigers. Theo, nope. Who's coming out? Somebody's out. Kuhn is out. Swan to the other end. This will be his first free throw of the season. He has just 3 points all season on a three-pointer he hit back in the second quarter. He can put his team up by 2. Swan, the 6-foot junior, shoots and hits.
Well, and Tyler Kuhn Drew Heckerman comes in for Tyler Kuhn. What quality minutes by Tyler Kuhn tonight that was needed for the Tigers to be where they're at right now in this game.
Swan makes them both. He's got 5, and it's 59-56 Crown Point with 1:38 left. You don't need 3 here. You just need to score. Nick Catras picks it up at the elbow, and he threw it out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say that Cotton touched it last. And Jack Barron, as Jared described politely earlier, with a smile on his face. I don't think he played football like that.
No.
Timeout Warsaw. It is a full 1:29 left. Crown Point with a 3-point lead. Warsaw with the ball when we come back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Woven quietly into the backdrop of our hometowns is a family-owned business that served our community for over 50 years. You can see their unparalleled commitment and reliability in every school bus full of children, tractor working to put food on our tables, minivan carrying our most precious cargo, and in the hustle to keep the economy going during unprecedented times. As our region moves forward, Monteith's Best One will take you there. Selling tires, serving people, Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
You're listening to the Warsaw Tiger Radio Network, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, NewsNowWarsaw.com, and the News Now Warsaw app.
Let's reset the scene for you. 1:29 left, fourth quarter. Crown Point 59, Warsaw 56. Crown Point has 2 fulls and a mini left. Warsaw down to 1 timeout left. Team fouls, 8 for Crown Point, 7 for Warsaw, and that always important possession area belongs to the Bulldogs. Warsaw ball just above the free throw line extended on the near side at the near end. And it's the Catras brothers with Heckerman, Gould, and Winchester out there to restart the game, and Warsaw puts it in. Nick Catras between the circles. Finds Heckerman at the elbow. He'll drive down the side of the lane. He turns. He'll kick it out to Gould. Gould to the baseline. 15-footer. Book it. A career high tying 32 for Jackson Gould. 59-58. Crown Point by 1 with 1:10 to go. Adzia puts his head down. Runs into Nick Catras. Bodies flying everywhere underneath the basket. Adzia dribbles through a double team. Then dribbles back out. Being pressured by Catras. The count is on. He fell down with the ball! And Crown Point calls timeout. Oh, how is it not 5 seconds? Matt Moore comes out moving his arm back and forth, asking how there was not a 5-second call there. It's a full timeout for the Bulldogs. 56 seconds to play in the fourth. 59-58, Crown Point. When we come back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Traveling, double dribble, personal foul, all bad things in basketball. Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin, and hair. All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Dave Ramsey, weeknights at 6 on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
The 2 officials up here in the press box conferred during that timeout. We decided that should have been travel. And because he had possession of the ball, he went down with it. And that's changing the pivot fit. He should have been travel.
I would originally call it a moving screen. Jackson Gould got absolutely trucked underneath, went down with no call. This late in the game, I get it, but if it's that obvious, you got to send it the other way.
56.1 left. Crown Point with the ball, leading 59-58. They'll play it in from right in front of Ron Henry at the scores table. Adzia trying to get open. Could they get it in up the sideline to Mariko? Mariko chased by Heckerman. Now on the far sideline for Cotton. Back across to Lux, who's been tremendous here in the game side. Ball knocked away. Gould comes out there with it. It's loose. It's picked up by the Tigers. Catras to Heckerman. To Catras for 2! Theo scores. 35 seconds left. Warsaw leads by 1. Adds it to the far end. Out of Mariko off a screen to the left elbow and back out to the wing. Crown Point has timeouts if they want to use it. Lux drives the right side of the lane. Stops, fakes, throws it out to Adzia. Left elbow, comes up shooting. Missing, foul called against the Tigers. Nick Catras got too close. And 2 free throws coming up here for Crown Point with 19 seconds to go. What a play. Heckerman and Catras, the give and go. And Theo with the finish.
Well, and Gould tried to call a timeout when he dove after the ball, but instead it sprung loose, and then that's when Catras goes to work.
Adzia shooting 2. First one's up and in. 14 for Drew Adzia. Timeout. Timeout Tigers. We are keeping it here with 19 seconds to play in the game and all level at 60 apiece.
I mean, this has been an absolute treat tonight. Matter of fact, we haven't had a game this season that I have left not more excited after I'm leaving than when I show up. It's been that good so far of every game we've played. But, you know, right now, tie game. I mean, they've got their leader on the free throw line. You've got to anticipate a make. But, hey, it's a one-point game with 19 seconds to go. If you're Coach Moore, do you go for a quick one or do you wait for the last shot? I almost, you know, in this situation back in my day, we wait till there's one shot available and we take it. But
well, it depends on what happens with the second free throw.
I'm going to anticipate a make.
If it's tied, then that changes your outlook because then you want to make sure that you take the last shot so that nothing bad can happen and you go to overtime. If he makes this, then you get the first one that you can get.
And remember last week, we talked about it in this almost exact same situation with a little bit less time. The ball's going to draw a crowd. That's how Russell Winchester ends up with the basketball on a shot because everybody collapsed towards Jackson. Same thing's going to happen because it's happened in all the history of basketball. Let's see, with Jackson as hot as he is, though, you'd really like the ball in his hands with a chance to win it here at home.
Adzia will be left alone. Luke Bricker is into the game for the Tigers. One more free throw for Adzia. All the other Bulldogs are back at this end. 19 seconds left, 60-60. The students screaming as loud as they can. Adzia is at the other end for the lead. It's up. It's good. Warsaw will go without a timeout. They don't have any left. Warsaw down 61-60. Gould off to the right. He's going to shoot a three-pointer. He banked it off the glass. No good. Rebound Mariko and a foul call with 10.3 left. Well, that can't be what they wanted.
I can't imagine it was. Because even if you make that, then Crown Point has an opportunity to tie the game with a lot of time left.
And now a discussion happening here at midcourt between Joe Rondo and Tom Hins. I think they're trying to make sure they get the right guy. And it's Bricker, and it's his second. That's 9 team fouls. Mariko at the line, and he's not a very good free throw shooter. He's 4 out of 7. Shooting for his 10th point to make it a 2-point game. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Shooting, hitting. He's got 10. 62-60. And again, Crown Point clears the lane. They've got 4 guys back. Julius Jones in the far end, jumping underneath the basket, trying to make Mariko miss. It's up, it's in. Warsaw needs 3 to tie. 10 seconds left. They get it to Gould. Gould near midcourt with 7, with 6. Up the sideline with 5. Skip pass across. Bricker with a catch. He had his 3 blocked. Out of bounds with 1.1 left. Bricker had to jump as high as he could just to keep it from going out of bounds. And Clint Swan is going to take a timeout. It's a 30 with 1 second left. Crown Point 63, Warsaw 60.
I never understand this, why the team that's on defense is going to call a timeout. You're in the deep corner here. There's really no play that you've practiced as an offensive unit to take the ball out of bounds here, yet Clint Swan's now letting Coach Moore draw something up. I think that's more of a dangerous timeout for Crown Point because you can't really tell them to do anything different other than guard your man. You know, maybe switch the screens or something, but they have the scouting report. They know who they need to guard at this point, and to take this timeout lets Warsaw set something up.
It's about the worst possible place to throw it in bounds in this scenario. You have time to catch it, take a dribble, and shoot it, and you're going to throw it in basically from the point of the funnel. And so everybody's in front of you, and there's not a lot of place that you can be to throw this ball in bounds. Heckman will be the one who throws it in. Bricker, Gould, Nick Catras, and Winchester are the other four out there. They need 3 to tie. They have 1.1 to do something about it. Heckman to throw it in. Lux is down here trying to guard him. The officials want to make sure that they have it together, and a timeout here by Crown Point. So that's their last with 1 second to play, and Crown Point leading 63-60. All the timeouts that have given have been used. The team fouls are 9 against Warsaw and 8 against Crown Point. That's almost irrelevant, except can we assume that Crown Point is going to try to run somebody out and foul somebody before they shoot it?
With 1.1 seconds, that's a dangerous play as a coach because they're going to catch and shoot regardless. So unless you're going to foul them on the catch, it's almost impossible to not get them in the motion, and then you're giving them 3 free throws. But I'm curious to see if they come back out and guard the ball, because right there they had A.J. Lux on the ball. Really the only change you can make as a coach on defense now is to not guard the ball and try to figure out a place on the perimeter to put him. And then if you're Warsaw, you've got to make an adjustment there. But no matter what happens, this has been a whale of a high school basketball game. And I'll be honest with you, it's going to be a little bit later evening because I'm probably going to watch this one back when I get home.
About 100% sure, but is that John Barron standing down in the corner?
It does look like him. I was too busy looking to see. I think Zach Linky's down there saying he wants the basketball, sitting by his dad. He's home for the weekend, it looks like.
I'd be okay with that, too.
Yeah.
Heckman to throw it in. No timeouts for anybody left. Here we go. Warsaw needs 3 to tie. They have 1.1 left to do it. Heckman on the inbounds. Finds Gould. He'll turn and shoot a buzzer. Oh, it hit the side of the backboard. I think it was blocked. And Crown Point has come into the Tiger Den and beat Warsaw 63-60. A terrific game with not the ending that Warsaw wanted. But I think we can all say that we saw some growth in the Tigers tonight. 63-60. Crown Point wins it. Post-game coverage begins after these messages on News Now Warsaw.
Our area lakes might be cold and ice could be forming, but now is the time to dream ahead to next year for a great time on the water with help from Splendor Boats. If this past summer you thought about taking your family's summer to the next level, make plans now to see the experts at Splendor. You can buy your pontoon, custom-built catamaran, or boat accessories at Warsaw's only marina on East Winona Avenue, or visit the original Splendor Boats location on